morning, kids. We are so excited that we are all here together again. Today, we're learning the story of Samson. But first, let's get excited. Let's stand up and worship together. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm so excited. Let's go.
Staring into your eyes makes my heart come alive. Suddenly brought to life when I met you. Reaching beyond the skies, running deep, stretching wide. Perfect love realized here with you. Come on now. Now this love is for real. You will never let go, never let go. Oh, and it's more than just words. Love beyond my control, out of control. What's up? This is real love. This is real love. See, this is real love. This is real love. Oh. Into your eyes makes my heart come alive. Suddenly brought to life when I met you. 1, 2, 3, jump! This is real love. This is real love. This is real love. This is real love. Oh. Raindrops rolling off my brim. Street lights got the pavement glistening. Touchdown, I fall into your arms, right where I belong. Your everlasting arms. And where would I be without you? I'd be packing my bags when I need to stay. I'd be chasing every breeze that blows my way. I'd be building my kingdom just to watch it fade away. It's true, that's me without you. Ooh, 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 ooh. That's me without you. Ooh, 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 ooh. That's me without you. Ooh, 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 ooh. Don't know where I'd be without you. had me at believe, you had me at believe you did. And where would I be without you, without you? I'd be packing my bags when I need to stay. I'd be chasing every breeze that blows my way. I'd be building my kingdom just to watch it fade away. It's true, that's me without you. Ooh, 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 ooh. That's me without you. Ooh,
My name's Dan. This is my buddy Andrew, and we're here to tell you the story of a man named Samson.
Oh, I know that guy. He's like super strong and fought like a bazillion dudes, and he had like super long hair.
Okay, hold on. Don't spoil the story. We're going to get to all that stuff. Let's start at the beginning when Samson was just a baby.
A super strong baby.
No, just regular baby. One day, an angel told Samson's mom and dad that God had a very special plan for his life. Samson would be a hero. You see, at the time, his parents and all the other Israelites were being bullied by the Philistines.
Oh no, not Philistine. I've heard of that guy. He's bad news.
No, it wasn't a guy named Phil. It was the Philistines. And they were some really bad dudes. God wanted Samson to take them out.
So he grabbed his bazooka.
No, he didn't have a bazooka. God gave him super strength to defeat the Philistines. Wait, what's going on there?
He defeated them, get it?
Oh boy. Now, if Samson wanted to keep his super strength, there were some rules that he had to follow.
Oh yeah, like sit up straight and tall, don't pick your neighbor's nose.
Nope, Andrew, those are our rules. Samson's rules were different. Rule number 1, he was never allowed to cut his hair.
Never?
Nope.
Not even like a little off the top?
No way, Jose. If Samson's hair was ever cut, he would lose all of his strength.
Yikes.
Rule number 2, he wasn't allowed to eat any unclean food.
Wait, unclean food? You mean like food that fell on the ground and got dirty? Hello, 5-second rule.
No, not exactly like that. You see, back then there were certain things that the Israelites couldn't eat. Like pigs.
Whoa, hold up, wait a minute. You're telling me that Samson couldn't eat bacon?
Well, yeah.
Then Samson died. The end.
What?
Yeah, man. Who would want to live in a world without bacon?
No, it was okay. Samson didn't mind because he had super strength, remember?
Oh yeah, and he had that sweet ponytail.
Yeah, that too. As Samson grew up, he followed the rules and became incredibly strong.
Like how strong?
Check this out. One day, he was walking down the road, and a huge lion attacked him.
Man, it seems like there was a real lion problem back then. I mean, everyone's just always getting attacked.
Samson fought back and tore the lion to pieces with his bare hands.
What? He had bare hands? That would be awesome. You could like catch fish and climb trees and eat all the honey. Awesome.
No, Andrew, that's ridiculous.
Wait, question. Did Samson wear shoes?
Probably not all the time.
So he had bare feet too?
No, regular hands and regular feet, okay? So another time, Samson was surrounded by a ton of enemy soldiers. They wanted to kill him. They all had weapons and armor, but Samson had nothing.
Oh boy, this doesn't look good. Bye-bye, Samson.
Well, not quite. He looked around and saw something on the ground. It was the perfect weapon, the jawbone of a donkey.
What?
He picked it up and started fighting. When the dust settled, Samson had killed 1,000 enemy soldiers.
Dude, this guy is awesome! What else did he do?
All right, get this. Samson was in an enemy city, and the Philistines tried to trap him inside. They shut the huge metal gates, and there was no way out. But Samson just grabbed the giant doors and he tore them off.
Sweet!
But Samson had a problem. He didn't pick very good friends. He spent lots of time with people who didn't love God, and he even started hanging out with some Philistines.
Oh no, what are you doing, Samson? Don't hang out with Phil.
Eventually, Samson became best friends with a Philistine woman named Delilah.
Wait, he's not even supposed to be hanging out with the Philistines, right?
No way, man. Delilah was not a good friend. She was trying to trick him.
A trick? Pick a card. Any card.
No, not a magic trick, like the bad kind of trick.
The bad kind. What'd she do?
Delilah was secretly working for the Philistine army. She wanted to find out what made Samson so strong so that they could capture him.
That girl is poison.
She begged Samson to tell her the secret to his strength. She asked over and over and over until finally Samson gave in.
No!
He told her that if his hair was cut, he would lose his strength. That night, While Samson was sleeping, the Philistine army snuck into his tent and cut his hair. He woke up and he tried to fight, but he was weak.
Oh no, get out of there, Mr. Clean!
They tied him up, but he couldn't break loose. His super strength was gone.
Oh man, no more bare hands, no more bare feet, no more super baby.
The Philistines took him away and made him a slave for the rest of his life. God had an awesome plan for Samson, but he messed it up when he started hanging out with the wrong kind of people.
So don't hang out with anyone named Phil.
No, people named Phil are fine. Just make sure and remember Proverbs 12:26. Pick your friends carefully.
Hey! What's up, Pastor Diana? What is up, Rocky? How are you?
Hey, I'm doing good.
Hey, I was about to read a story in the Bible, one of my favorites. Do you want to read it with me?
Whoa, yeah, I so do.
All right, let's get started. The Israelites were in trouble again. Along came a very strong man named Samson.
Wow.
Are you strong?
Oh, Pastor Diana, I'm like the strongest man.
What? No way.
Way.
All right, okay. God had chosen him to save the Israelites from their enemies, the Philistines.
Whoa.
Samson knew that as long as he did not cut his hair,
What?
he would always be very strong.
That's kind of crazy.
You know, Rocky, I kind of like your hair. It's kind of long and really cool.
Hey, girl, thank you. It's a special thing just for you.
Okay, all right. So Samson was in love with Delilah.
Whoa. Now.
Yeah, the Philistines told Delilah they would pay her if she found out what made Samson so strong.
Whoa, that's crazy.
I know. At first, Samson lied to her. If you tie me up with ropes, Samson said, I will lose my strength.
Dang, that's insane.
I know. So that night, while Samson was asleep, Delilah tied him up. Then she shouted, the Philistines are coming!
Oh no!
Samson jumped up, broke the ropes, and Delilah kissed him and asked, won't you tell me your secret?
Whoa, that's a little bit crazy.
I know. So Samson gave in and he told her,
Oh no!
my strength is in my long hair. So when Samson was asleep, Delilah cut all of his hair off.
What? I would be so upset.
I know. And Samson's strength was gone.
Like all of it?
All of it was gone. The Philistines grabbed him and put him in jail.
Wow.
A while later, the Philistines were having a big party.
Big party. Hey,
Big-
I like parties.
Hey, so do I. They brought Samson in and made fun of him. That's not very nice.
No, that seems really mean.
Samson prayed to God to make him strong one last time.
Yeah.
And guess what?
What?
God did it.
He always does it, don't he?
It's true, Rocky. Samson pushed those pillars with all of his might, and the temple came crashing down, and Samson defeated the Philistines.
Whoa, that's so cool. That's such a good story.
It is, I think it's so awesome that we can always count on God.
And it's really cool that even when we don't feel strong, that God is strong, right?
He is so strong, stronger than anybody we know.
Pastor Diana, I'm also pretty strong myself.
Oh, are you now?
Oh, I am. Maybe we should hang out and do this again next week.
Okay, alrighty. We'll see you next week then.
Bye.
Bye.
Stories of the Bible. Samson and Delilah. This is Samson,
Hey!
who was the last judge of Israel. Samson was very strong. and he was supposed to bring God's people victory over their enemies, who were the Philistines. Now Samson fell in love with a woman named Delilah.
Oh, hey there.
Hi, hi.
And the Philistines came to Delilah
What's going on?
and convinced her to find out what the secret to Samson's strength was. They promised her a great amount of money if she could do this.
Now you're talking.
Hey.
Come in.
So Delilah said to Samson, "Please tell me what makes you so strong and what would it take to tie you up securely?"
Well,
Samson replied, "If I were tied up with 7 new bowstrings that have not yet been dropped, I would become as weak as anyone else."
You ain't here.
So the Philistine rulers brought Delilah 7 new bowstrings,
Look what I got.
go on, try.
and she tied Samson up with them.
Haha, see?
Oh no, Samson.
She cried out, "Samson, the Philistines have come to capture you." But Samson snapped the bowstrings,
Let me at him.
so the secret of his strength was not discovered.
Hey, wait a minute.
Afterward, Delilah said to him, "You've been making fun of me and telling me lies. Now please tell me how you can be tied up securely."
All right.
Samson replied, "If I were tied up with brand new ropes that had never been used, I would become as weak as anyone else."
Let me try.
So Delilah took new ropes and tied him up with them.
See?
Oh no.
And again Delilah cried out, "Samson, the Philistines have come to capture you."
What? Where? Let me at him.
But again Samson snapped the ropes from his arms.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
Then Delilah said, "You've been making fun of me and telling me lies. Now tell me, how can you be tied up securely?"
All right, I'll tell you.
Samson replied, "If you were to weave the 7 braids of my hair into the fabric on your loom and tighten it with a loom shuttle, I would become as weak as anyone else."
Now we got him.
So while he slept, Delilah wove the 7 braids of his hair into the fabric. Again she cried out, "Samson, the Philistines have come to capture you."
Let me at him.
But Samson woke up and yanked his hair away from the loom and the fabric.
You gotta be kidding me.
Then Delilah pouted, "How can you tell me I love you when you don't share your secrets with me?
Come on.
No.
You've made fun of me 3 times now, and you still haven't told me what makes you so strong." She tormented him with her nagging day after day until he was sick to death of it.
All right already.
Finally, Samson shared his secret with her. "My hair has never been cut, for I was dedicated to God as a Nazirite from birth. If my head were shaved, my strength would leave me, and I would become as weak as anyone else."
Well, that's it.
Thank you.
Delilah realized he had finally told her the truth,
Hey, you.
so she sent for the Philistine rulers. "Come back one more time," she said, "for he has finally told me his secret." So the Philistine rulers returned.
Oh, Samson.
Delilah lulled Samson to sleep. And then she called in a man to shave off the 7 locks of his hair. Samson's strength left him. Then she cried out, "Samson, the Philistines have come to capture you." When he woke up, he thought, "I will do as before and shake myself free."
Oh, what's going on?
But he didn't realize the Lord had left him. So the Philistines captured him and took him to prison.
Wow, what an incredible morning we've had already. Up next, we have our craft time with Pastor Matt, and he's got a wonderful craft for us. Are we excited?
Yeah, that sounds so much fun.
What is up, living kids? Pastor Matt back at it again with another craft. Today we're going to be making Samson hair so we can be strong like Samson. All you're going to need is some construction paper for your bandana and some other color construction paper for your hair. Mine's multicolored because that's rock and roll. First, you're going to grab your construction paper for your bandana, and then you're going to cut it up into strips to measure your head. So you wrap it around your head, measure it up, and then glue the sides. So this is what mine looks like. It fits perfectly on my head. I'm wearing a beanie to cover my hair because I want this to shine, you know what I'm saying? And then next, all you're gonna do is glue your colored paper into the bandana. Here we go. And then whenever you're done, you can put the wig on and have hair and be strong just like Samson. Rock on, living kids!
It's time for a Bible story. Long ago in the land of Israel, a little baby boy was born.
Aw, look at that cute little guy.
But this was a very special baby. God had big plans for him. His name was...
Wait, let me guess. Okay, it starts with an S. Swimmy, slippy, slappy, Samsonite, Swanson. That's it.
Okay, let me just tell you. The baby's name was Samson.
Ha! I was way off.
After Samson was born, an angel appeared to his mother and gave her a very important message. God was going to use Samson to do some amazing things, but there were a few rules that he would have to follow.
Oh, I got these covered. Here we go. Rule number 1, don't walk on the grass.
No.
Rule number 2, don't wear black without the blue.
No.
Rule number 3, don't drink orange juice right after you brush your teeth.
No! Okay, actually that last one is pretty good advice. But no, those were not the rules that Samson would have to follow. First of all, he wasn't able to eat any unclean food.
Wait, what do you mean unclean food? Like he had to wash all of his food in the sink? Gross. Get ready for some soggy sandwiches, buddy.
No, unclean food back then meant things like pork.
Whoa, wait a minute. Pork? Isn't that where bacon comes from?
Yeah.
He couldn't eat bacon? What did he eat for breakfast or lunch or dinner? If I couldn't eat bacon, I would starve.
Wait, why do you eat bacon for every meal?
Because America.
Okay, well, it really wasn't that big of a deal. He just had to keep a certain diet.
More like die it, as in he died from being hungry and sad.
Okay, cut it out. That wasn't the only rule, and the next one's even more interesting. Samson was never allowed to cut his hair. As Samson grew up, his hair grew longer and longer and longer, but he obeyed the rule and never, ever cut it.
Really? Not even a trim, like just the loose ends?
Nope.
Well, at least he could style it however he wanted, right?
I guess so.
Oh man, I bet his hairdresser had some fun with that. You could give him one of these. Or the ultimate mohawk.
Well,
the hammerhead. The name tag. The Leia. Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi.
I'm sure he just kept it straight and let it grow out like a normal person.
Yeah, that's a good look. Nice do, Fabio. So, hold on a second. Why exactly does he have to follow these rules?
Right. God gave Samson a very special gift. Super strength.
Nice.
At that time, the people of Israel were being ruled by some really wicked dudes called the Philistines. God wanted to use Samson as a mighty warrior that would lead his people, so God gave him incredible superhuman strength.
Like, how strong are we talking? As strong as me?
Way stronger.
I don't know. I can pick up a whole gallon of milk over my head.
All right, get this. One time Samson was walking along in the desert and out of nowhere a giant, ferocious lion attacked him.
Yikes, that's probably the end of the story, huh? Bye-bye, Samson.
Nope, Samson grabbed a hold of the lion and tore it to pieces.
Whoa, that's crazy. Give me another one.
All right, Samson was trapped in a city by some Philistine soldiers. They locked the huge metal gate and were going to ambush him. But that was no problem for Samson. He just ripped the gates off the city walls and carried them away.
Dude, now that's an exit. Bye, Felicia. Hit me again.
Okay, one more. Another time, Samson was surrounded by 1,000 Philistine soldiers. They all had swords and shields and spears, and all he had was a jawbone from a donkey he found on the ground.
Yowza. Looks like that's all she wrote. We'll miss you, big guy.
Not so fast. The Philistines charged, but Samson fought back and totally wiped them out.
What? He killed 1,000 soldiers with a donkey's jawbone?
Yep.
Man, he really does have some crazy, mega awesome super strength. He could probably do whatever he wanted. Throw a baseball around the earth, arm wrestle a bunch of bears, bench press the pyramids.
But remember, he would only have that power if he followed those rules.
Ah, that's right. No Snippy, no Piggy. So what happens next? Does he save the day and rescue the people of Israel?
Not exactly. For years, Samson followed the instructions that God gave him and was a great, strong leader. But after a while, he got a little careless with who he was spending his time with. He met a woman named Delilah, but he shouldn't have been hanging out with her.
Why not? Was she smelly? Close talker?
No, Delilah was actually a Philistine.
Eesh, aren't they like the enemy of the people of Israel? What gives, Sammy?
Samson spent a lot of time with Delilah and eventually fell in love with her.
Ah, what are you doing, Samson? Come on, man.
Samson was getting closer to Delilah and turning further away from God. He even started breaking some of the rules God had given him. But the last one he still kept was his hair.
Okay, good. Still have the super strength.
Yeah, for now. The Philistines came up with the plan to capture Samson, but first they'd have to find out his secret. They made a deal with Delilah to find out what made Samson so strong, and she agreed to help them.
What? I knew she was no good. That girl is poison.
No kidding. Night after night, Delilah begged Samson to tell her the secret to his super strength. And he held out for a while, but eventually she wore him down and he told her his secret, that if his hair was cut, his strength would disappear.
No, Samson, how could you?
Late that night when he was sleeping, Delilah quietly cut off all Samson's hair. Philistine soldiers rushed in the room and Samson sprang to his feet, expecting to fight them off like he had many times before. But this time was different.
Oh, something's different, all right. Run for it, Goldberg!
He tried to run and fight, but his strength was gone. The Philistine soldiers laughed as they tied him up, carried him away, and kept him as a prisoner for the rest of his life.
Man, that totally stinks. He had so much going for him. What happened?
I'll tell you what happened. Samson didn't pick his friends very well. If he had surrounded himself with the right kind of friends, they could have helped him see that he was getting into trouble. Picking the right kind of friends will help you grow. But just like Samson, the wrong kind can destroy you.
Got it. Oh, I gotta go. It's about that time.
What time?
It's bacon 30. Gotta go heat up the stove. I'm coming, piggies!
The end.
Wow, what an incredible time we had together today. Now listen, we'll be back next week, and we can't wait to see you. We'll see you next week.